It's chaos here. It's like, let me see. It's 1:48 in the morning, 4:21. I know most of y'all in your weed comas and shit from 4:20. So I'm trying to get my camera right on my iPad. Just wanted to break this news to you guys. Oh boy. My eye was twitching. I don't follow the whole superstition thing, but my left eye was twitching earlier, and it usually means like there's going to be a death in the family or community or something like that, or ominous news. And I consider the wrestling community as a whole as an extended family. That's from the wrestlers to the the podcasters like myself as one big family because we're all out here for the same thing, wrestling. Now, without further ado, I would like to announce, unbelievably, to me at least, but I guess expected to some, the passing of former women's champion and Intercontinental champion, the only woman to say she was the Intercontinental champion, Chyna, also known as Joanie Laurer. Now, this is some bullshit. Honestly, it's some real bullshit. And I say this because they had many opportunities to make amends. WWE, WWF had many opportunities to make amends. They ruined this lady's life. They know what they did. The whole situation with Triple H and Stephanie and whatever the whole soap opera BS you want to call it, and the drama that they went through. Yeah, you can't really have personal situations and business situations mixed up in the same thing. You learned it with Matt Hardy with the whole incident with Lita and Edge when he got let go, and he's doing pretty well for himself right now. But it you could tell this situation greatly affected China, her drug abuse, which we all have our own free will. We do. We have our own free will, but when you see to somebody who's paved the way for a lot of things that go on in your company today, and you see that they're struggling and you snub them, this is what happens. And WWE has a penchant for doing things like this. And it's become too much. Well, a lot of us have treated China like a laughing stock. We haven't really said nothing positive about her. We watched her spiral out of control. And now we're sitting here saying rest in peace because she passed away. Like we're all innocent. We're all guilty in a way, but who's guilty the most? WWE. Now, I adored Chyna. I thought she was fucking awesome. How she kicked guys' asses, came out after she was done with the whole DX thing with the big ass gun that shot the lasers out. I actually wanted one of those things. Like, she was one of the reasons that I watched wrestling when I was young. I'm 20 years old now, about to be 21. But I remember her coming out and watching that and things like that. I remember those things, and it was fun. It was a fun time. But y'all remember, these people, they're more than just their characters. And wrestling doesn't give you a pension. So unless you're supported after you retire, or unless you save your money the right way, which a lot of these wrestlers don't, which is why you see a lot of the old legends coming back a lot because they lost all their money and they need a new gig or something like that. That's why you see them come back, because they don't have money. They don't have things that will support them. Wrestling to entertain the fans, something I know, I'm not a professional wrestler, but I've done my own backyard stuff and I've gotten my own injuries. These things take a toll on you. They affect your mind, your body, your soul. They affect every part of you. And now, Chyna's unfortunately passed away, and she didn't even get the one thing she wanted, which you'll probably get now, to get in the Hall of Fame. All because of posturing. And this is where I say it's bullshit. You have people in the Hall of Fame like Sonny, who do porn and make an ass out of themselves and by proxy the Hall of Fame. And what does WWE do? Nothing at all. They did nothing at all. She's still in the Hall of Fame. She's been seen on WWE television way past the last time Chyna was. She was in, what was it, the WrestleMania 25 Battle Royal. That makes seem like a long time from now. It's only been 7 years. So Sonny's been on WWE TV. When Sonny was in the hospital, they extended out their sympathies and had somebody visit, but they did nothing for Chyna. Now I'm not saying Chyna's innocent. She's not. She's had her own thing. She had her own instance where she accused Triple H and Paul Levesque. Let's keep it professional. She accused Paul Levesque and Sean Waltman of certain things that she went back and said were not the case. However, like I said, there's been many falling outs. Look at the Ultimate Warrior. Even though they didn't know he was going to pass away, they were able to make amends. But instead, they gave her the Macho Man treatment. And I know that they're going to end up putting her in the Hall of Fame. They're going to do all the posturing and all the bullshit-ass semantics. Because, for one thing, Stephanie McMahon has extended her condolences, saying that she's sad that Chyna died. Maybe she is, or maybe it's just guilt. But I'm really not even going to get into that. But it's just depressing. It's sad and it's depressing. And I really hope this does not become a theatric or a circus act or anything of that sort. And the Young Bucks and Joe Cronin said it right. And Joe Cronin is actually currently doing a live stream, which you could go back and look at on his channel, the Joe Cronin Show. So also with his co-host JD from New York 206. And he's talking about it right now. But the Young Bucks said it right. She didn't get the credit that she deserved for the innovations and the movements that she did towards enhancing the women's division of women's wrestling. But unfortunately, now she will. Why? Because of profit. Now it's going to profit them. And it's very fucking disrespectful that they're doing this. And I know it's going to happen because that's how WWE works. But through WWE, through TNA, through her various exploits, she's had she's had ups and downs in her life, but she's given to so many people, whether inadvertently, directly, on purpose, or in any way, shape, or form. She will be remembered. She'll be remembered by me. She'll be remembered by the true fans, even by the casual fans who happen to see her, like I said, with that big-ass laser gun, shooting the green lasers into the stand, surprisingly not killing anybody. I still want to know how she did that. I guess I can't really ask her now. I actually hope one day to interview her and various other people from the Attitude Era, from that era, and get their takes on certain stuff. And that's another person who passed way before their time. I can't even say that when you get older, people pass on, because she was only in her 40s. She was only in her 40s. It's depressing. It's unnecessary. There should be something done to prevent these things from happening. I'm at a loss of words. I'm truly at a loss of words. But I don't know. We're gonna see what WWE does. Matter of fact, I'm about to check WWE's Twitter right now. Let me see what WWE's Twitter says. And I also did a memorial video for Chyna with a few clips and photos of her matches and memorable moments, like when she went against Chris Jericho, which is a very interesting feud. But let me check WWE. Twitter is blowing up with Chyna. Chyna is the second trending thing on Twitter right now, actually. But let me see what WWE is doing. If I can even find them. There they are. Let's see if they even announced anything. WWE retweeted Stephanie McMahon and WWE 2K, and they're retweeting Jim Ross. They didn't even put out a formal announcement. WWE doesn't even have a formal announcement yet. All they have is a retweet. All they have is a retweet of WWE 2K and Stephanie McMahon and Jim Ross stating that they feel deepest condolences for Chyna and her family. That's all they have. I don't know what to say about WWE. All I can say is from the Chaos Wrestling family and from YouTubers everywhere, I feel that I can speak for most of YouTubers under the YWC, and as the self-proclaimed YWC champion, I express my severe condolences to Chyna, her family, and hopefully she'll find peace If there's a hopefully there's a heaven or something, because she deserves it. She deserves to not be suffering the way that she did on this plane. That's all I can say. But this chaos signing off. Good night, guys.